Hey guys, it is another week. It's going to be an exciting one because as you can see, we're upstairs and we are finally going to be getting on with this upstairs renovation. It is really starting to happen now and I'm getting super excited about it. We had a little bit of a setback, mishap, would you say? It was only an evening of pure disaster and dread. I was in just the worst mood. I did take a little bit of a clip, but I'm not sure if I'm going to put it in. I'll have to replay it because I was crying and I think I was like a little bit sniffly, and I probably, like, my voice just gets really annoying when I'm crying, so I'll see if I'll put it in. But the UK was hit by Storm Brendan. If you're in the UK, you'll know, and obviously the UK doesn't really have storms, and Storm Brendan pretty much was. I mean, it was windy, and we got a lot of rain, but our storms are like absolutely nothing. And it managed to get into our house, which is definitely not a good sign. It was probably the only point in like the year that we've been renovating and had this house that I was ready to kind of like pack my bags and leave. So what happened was we'd actually had a day of doing that kind of annoying renovating, you know, when you're having to do loads of jobs with it, itty bitty jobs, and they're really tiring. It was really late. I had just got out of the bath and I was like in my time where I was like trying to get a little bit zen. Ollie came into the room, he was just about to hop in the shower and we were chatting, and all of a sudden he goes, shh. I'm like, what? Why is he telling me to shh? Then I could hear the drips coming down, and obviously Ollie ran into the master bedroom. You guys will know if you've been following us for a little while that we had a leak in our top bay window roof because we have two bay windows, and it was coming down into the master bedroom bay window. And it was one of the jobs which was the most crucial thing that we wanted to get done, and we had it fixed. We had a guy come in, he ripped it all out, did a really nice job, and in that few, you know, like probably it wasn't even that long, but like in the 15 minutes that I was just listening to the drips, everything was going through my head. What if we can't get this chap back? We're gonna have to get somebody else in, it's gonna like pause all of the other things that we want to do upstairs. And then also, it's a lot bigger job than we originally thought. Do we fully need to rip the whole roof out? You know, yada yada yada. And to just make things even worse, we'd put the room back together and we'd really stupidly, this is, why did we do this? We'd actually we got our lock and lock boxes and we'd put bedding in it, and then, you know, we just chucked bedding on top of it too, not in boxes. So it was absolutely wet through. We had to wash all of that up. Cutting long story short, I'm really dragging this out. Basically, it wasn't the roof. It was because, and I'll show you the clip. I'll insert it now. What just happened?
The roof was leaking. But it wasn't the roof.
I'm crying because
it's the window.
It got to me a little bit. Bless. Oh, he came up here. He didn't figure out that actually it wasn't the roof, because I think we were so focused on the roof leaking for such a long time. As you can see, it's beautifully done, but he missed the fact that the window was leaking.
I don't know why I missed it.
Well, I think it's because it's like it's panic.
I was panicking that the roof was in the roof spot we've already paid for, and I was panicking that was wrong.
Yeah.
So I didn't even look as I came in. The big like watermarks going down the window.
Oh, we cannot find it out.
And like the big hole where the air's coming through.
But our windows get changed in how many days from now? Oh, it should be like 2 days. It's like the 12th today.
We haven't put them in.
Okay, well.
They're ready.
They're ready.
They've been made. They're ready to come in. We just haven't given them a go date yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we will officially be watertight in a few days, and we're not supposed to be having takeaway, but
we're having takeaway tonight.
We're gonna have takeaway tonight. I warned you that my voice was really annoying. So yes, it was the window, but I'm here today to show you our new window. It is so beautiful. They're finally installed. You guys know that we went for the timber windows and they are absolute Beauts. So they're double glazed now, which has been so much better for sound and also heat. We can already feel it up here slightly, even though we don't yet have the heating. And so this is the window that was originally leaking. As you can see, it's all been sealed at the bottom there now, and I absolutely love them. So obviously we still need to strip all of the walls in here. And then once they are plastered, we will get all of the trim done around them. So you'll see that. Let me show you the next room. So in here you can see they've kind of taken it right back to the brick, and then we need to put a lovely wood trim around it. This one probably is the most noticeable because this used to be the terrible PVC window, and it looks so much nicer now that it is an original sash design anyway, obviously new double glazed. And then we've also been doing some work in here, which you may be able to see, which I'm going to insert now, mostly Ollie, if I'm totally honest, because I have been trying to pull together the dining room, which obviously I think you guys will see this in the video in a few weeks time basically, but the dining room is definitely going to be out in January. You guys can totally hold me to it, but it will be up soon.
Hey, I'm up in the loft and we are clearing out ready for the electrician to come, and I thought to show you guys where we've got to. This is all the insulation that I have bagged up, and this was all over this area and all the way back into there. You can't really see how far back that goes. There's still a little bit more going on over here and underneath that whole mess of stuff that was up here. But now we're on to getting rid of the ceilings. This is all old Leithen plaster which we want to take down, ready for the plasterer to come in and reboard all of this downstairs, and then for the electricians to come in and rewire the lights. We're having some like pendant lights popped in the center of these two rooms. These are the two top bedrooms, and also having some spotlights put in, I think one there, there and there, so they kind of shine onto the chimney breast and the two alcoves downstairs. And there's some other stuff going on over for like the hallway and the bathroom over there. But right now I just need to get all of this down and make a ginormous mess. It's actually going quicker than I thought. However, we saw it has already run out of battery, so I'm gonna have to go downstairs and find another one that's charged up, but it's already starting to come down. It's coming down pretty quick. Finished bringing down the ceiling. As you can see, I've made quite a mess. Gonna need to bag all of this up now, take all the little pieces of wood and probably put them to the side so we can take them to the recycling centre. Plaster is gonna have to go in the skip, unfortunately, but you can see all the way up now. So just got to go along now and get rid of all of these and like some of the edge pieces, and then this should all be ready for the plasterers to come in and board it out.
I am speechless. It feels really odd not being in the house doing it with Ollie. I'm coming back to it. I don't know. It feels like somebody's wrecked my house, if I'm really honest. When you're not physically doing it yourself, feels very odd. I mean, it's progress.
It's scary progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot to take in, isn't it?
Who's going to be cleaning this up then?
Well, I will be at some point, and then I've got to do that one as well.
And maybe this one?
And that one. And that one. And the one out behind there.
Yeah,
that's going to be the really hard one because this dust guard is keeping a lot of the muck in here.
Yeah. Hi, it's been a while since I've looked, well, like this, but tomorrow we've got an exciting day. I can't wait for it. The windows are coming, but Ollie's left me just a little bit to tidy up. In fairness to him, he is going to come home. He's coming home a bit later from work than I've got back, so I get to get on with it a bit before him. And when I say just a bit, it looks like we've had a fire in here, but obviously they've got to get to that window, so I've got to clear all of this. I think this is just rubble, which also needs to be taken downstairs. It's not looking too bad out here, and in there it's kind of clean, and in here it's looking exactly the same as it was, so got to get all of that rubble down. And also, at some point this evening, we've got to try and level the floor up a bit so that they don't fall through the ceiling tomorrow. On the plus side though, look, oh no, you can't see. Hang on. There's a sunset. It's pretty, but it's not really showing up. So, I'm in one of those places where I don't really know where to start. Also, I love that we spent ages cleaning these and this has happened. That's irrelevant. I think I'm going to pick up all of the wood pieces and put them into boxes, and then all of the rubbly bits, perhaps I can find some more bags.
All this time you thought we'd never pay the price. In the game of love, you have to roll the dice. My heart got 7 years to life. 7 years to life.
How gorgeous are these though? I can't wait to give them a really nice clean. They're so lovely. We actually just got them in the wood colour because we couldn't decide what colour we wanted to go for, but obviously we can paint them, and then we went for the gold fittings inside. Oh, so beautiful. And we still need to take down this, which is today's job. So today this room is hopefully going to be absolutely stripped. I'm going to be taking down all of the shelving. We're going to take all of this down to the skip. All of the bin bags need to go down. This unit needs to go. Finally need to say goodbye to Birdie, and maybe stripping down the wallpaper. Oh, and the only other thing I don't think Ollie will have mentioned in the video, still need to clear away all of this, is that unfortunately up in this beam he has found some woodworm, and it's not looking good. As you can see, it's quite weak. So Ollie's dad's actually going to come over and have a look at this and just give us a little bit of advice, because he has had some really old properties with woodworm later today, so hopefully we can sort out what we're going to do with that one. The one on the other side is absolutely fine. We're going to have a look, the ones in the other bedroom over there tomorrow, and it seems very odd to have all of this so open. We also ordered our tiles for the bathroom today, and this window is booked in for mid-Feb, the Felix window, I think just before our plastering happens, so it literally will be all systems go. You can't see, but the new piping is running through here for the radiators, and they will be back to fit the cast iron radiators. They're going to go under each of the windows. So let's get cracking. I'm going to go and find Ollie and my other camera. I've changed my camera for about the millionth time. I'm back on the Canon G7X Mark II, Mark III. Appalling. Really thankfully I've managed to send it back because it was a fault with the camera. But yes, got a new one. This one is focusing so much better, which should mean that I'm not having to look. I kept looking up in the little viewfinder because obviously it wasn't ever in focus. Yeah, I digress. Let's get on with some DIY.
I've been told that time will heal all our wounds and our sorrows too. No more clouds, no more rain.
We've suddenly thought that we have brand new windows in and we do not want to get them dirty. So we are going to try and shrink wrap them, I think. We should have got the people installing them to tell us what to do, but we didn't think about it. So we have this, don't we, from when we moved. We're thinking of shrink wrapping around. We've also got some of this stuff, which is clean. Do you bring some wood? Those bits of wood there. Hopefully we can protect these.
So I think what we need to do is to shrink wrap only fits the shrink wrap. So if we shrink wrap the edge, then we can go across.
Wow, that sure has made things eerie, but a lovely window is tucked up, ready for Ollie, who's going to be pulling down that part of the ceiling. And I think then all of these little bits, he also has to get down, annoyingly, I'm not sure if you can see, but all of the nails in there too.
I need sun to ease my pain. Before this night is over, I will guide you home. All this time you thought we'd never pay the price. In the game of love, you have to roll the dice. My heart got 7 years to live.
Taking that down was not much of a fun game, seeing as I have a gaping floor here. I kept thinking that I was going to fall down at the ceiling. If you guys kept seeing me like kind of watch my step, that is why. So I'm not quite sure I'm gonna get over here and do all of these. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about perhaps, because all of these are actually stuck down now. I need to go and get something else to put on the floor over here. Next up, I'm gonna have a go at this wood unit behind me because I think we're gonna have to go and get some more floor for me to be able to work and get all of the units down here, which we kind of want to do by the end of today because we are on a bit of a time crunch now to get everything out of here so that the electrician, I think we've got the electrician just coming in next, so the ceiling needs to be down by then. So yeah, better get cracking.
Loft board panels.
Yeah.
They cost £6.84 per square metre.
Yeah. We're just, well, basically, to get these boards, we really need a van because we only have minis. So we're just wondering whether we can get a few in our mini loft size ones to get us through tonight. Do you reckon we might?
Yeah, I'd probably do it.
We'd probably have to have the boot open, which is not ideal, but we'll strap it all down properly and stuff like that. Also, let me just show you this. Why are you laughing? Ollie's in his nice get up over there. In the other room, we're in our his and hers rooms up here. Over here, they have the badge with with my initials on. I feel like I've got to keep this. It's actually is it a locomotive steam train?
Steam train? I think it's like a place, isn't it?
Is it? I thought it was a locomotive.
I think there's something. Oh no!
Oh!
Where'd that go?
I don't know. Oh dear. Oh well, I'm sure I'll be able to find it.
Okay, so we'll work for a little bit longer and then.
Yeah, I just need to get rid of this, I think, and then we'll move the boards.
All this time you thought we'd never pay the price.
We have started reshuffling the floor, and we're going to go and get some other boards to go on this side. And it seems to be working okay. We've pulled up all of the other ones so far, though annoyingly this part isn't on a joist, so we're having to kind of layer them over, which is going to be a pain, isn't it? Because we're going to have to take off that skirting board at some point.
Yeah.
In the game of love, you have to roll the dice. My heart got 7 years to life.
Hey guys, it's another day, and I think we left you off when we were going to pick up the floor panels, which we did manage to fit in a mini. It was absolutely fine. Like the loft ones, actually I've got them here, they're pretty small, and since then we have actually boarded across this room, which is really nice because I'm not gonna lie, it's so unnerving walking in a room, even if you're looking at the floor, when you know that you could go through the ceiling. So these are the boards that we have popped down for now. As we were saying, we're hoping to reuse them in the loft, so they're actually not long at all, which means I have no excuse but to get in here now and to work on this area of the room. It shouldn't be that hard, but they liked to screw and nail things absolutely everywhere, and they've actually also glued these on. What I didn't tell you the other day is that they had glued all of the screws in, so it was a little bit tricky to get out, but it is cold up here today, so I'm gonna get working on Ollie's in the other room, just making more of a mess. I'm sorry if this is boring to you guys, because it's just like basically deconstructing. I also don't want to shock him because he's got his music on and he doesn't know that I'm here, and he's just balancing up there in the attic, and he's like, he always frights, so he would jump if he saw me, but basically he's just making a huge mess. I think he's kind of sawing down a little bit of the foam insulation that is up there so that it can be boarded over, and then he's also gone over every single one of the beams, and now they're all tidy basically, so he's giving it a real clear up. I mean, it looks messy in there, but he has actually tidied quite a bit. It's kind of crazy to think that last year I wouldn't have even been able to change the drill head. Like, I just wouldn't have known how or had the confidence to. But I am going to work on some tunes. It's like the only thing that keeps me going. Music.
7 years to life.
I have managed to get down all of the shelving in this room. It's totally gone. It actually feels much bigger now, doesn't it? I have a little guest with me here now. Looking just a little bit dirty. But I'm probably going to call it a day here because I want to edit this video so that I can get it up for you guys on Friday. And I'm probably going to be doing a bit more wallpaper. And what are you going to be doing? Coming back and going up there again, back in the attic?
Yeah.
Just neatening up the attic.
Trimming insulation.
Fun. So make sure to subscribe because we have loads coming up in the house at the moment. The dining room, which should be up next week, and then also starting really to pull this down and hopefully put it back together. We will see you in our next one. Hopefully a little bit cleaner. Bye.